Hey everybody, Girls Matter here. Welcome to part 4 of my Higurashi When They Cry Watanagashi Let's Play. In the last episode, Keiichi and Shion have been kind of getting closer, hanging out more. Shion went full-on badass and protected him from some punks, and I have a feeling she might become a little bit obsessed with Keiichi. She seems to be finding any excuse to want to hang out with him, including inviting him back to her restaurant to do a taste testing thing. So that is what we're going to be doing in this episode, and I'm just very curious about this Shion mystery thing and why she seems to have so much interest in him. So I'm very curious about that. So yeah, let's get into it and see what story takes us next. Alright, as always, first things first, we have a new tip. This one is called Details of the Delinquent 3. Oh, these are the punks that were picking on Keiichi. And there's Uishi. I'm curious about this relationship that he has with Shion as well. They seem to know each other pretty, I wouldn't say well, but they're familiar with each other. The three people rub their arms painfully. Kumatani-kun and the others must have been squeezing them pretty tightly.
お兄さんたち誤解しないでくださいよ。別に逮捕したわけじゃないんだから。くまちゃん、冷蔵庫から冷たいの出してあげてください。お兄さんたちは泡の出る麦茶と出ない麦茶どっちがいいです？ん？
They plunked down onto the reception sofa, and despite not yelling anymore, they still had dangerous expressions. What I'd give to be young again.
飲まないなら私勝手に飲んじゃいますよ。失礼してピシッと。勤務中に飲むビールが一番美味しいですね。
I guess, the rules were more lax back in the 80s and in, like, a smaller town. As he downed the beer with glee, the three people exchanged glances, then finally reached out for their cans. They hadn't stopped being cautious. It was more like they didn't see a reason to refuse. They each opened their cans and began to drink the contents.
お兄さんたちはどっから来たんです？ここいらの人じゃないでしょう。
They looked at each other again, suspicious of whether they should tell him.
お兄さんたち大学生？お友達同士？バイクか何かで旅行中だったんでしょうかね。羨ましいな。家は近くってわけじゃないんでしょう。どっから来たの？大阪ですかな。んなのどこでもいいだろ。まあまあそう凄まないで。あのままいたらお兄さん方だってやばかったでしょ。
They seemed to recall the thrilling event from earlier. While they could understand getting surrounded by students, or a gang, or something along those lines, they would never have been surrounded by locals, both young and old, both men and women before. It was easy to imagine how scared they must have been.
ここいらの人間ならどんな間違いがあってもひなみ沢の人間には手出ししないですよ。あそこの連中は特殊なんです。子供の喧嘩に親は出てくるな、なんてもんじゃない。一人をいじめたら、それこそ村中が総出でやってきますよ。いや、ほんと、脅しでもなんでもなく。
They couldn't argue against that. They themselves had been surrounded. They'd seen it with their own eyes. There was no doubt about it.
ここいらじゃねえ。ひなみ沢の人間に睨まれたら、あっさり鬼隠しにあって消えちまうんです。
Now we're bringing up the demoning away.
跡形もなく忽然と。
We're getting a little hints of it. Last episode we talked about the dam project, and now the mention of demoning away.
お兄さん方、行方不明になったら誰か捜索願いを出してくれるご家族はいます？いないならまずいな。
It's easy to forget what this game is when it's kind of in its just laid back, normal, life thing, but there's always that darkness just kind of hiding underneath.
蒸発扱いですよ。
Even then, we got there soon enough that nothing happened. If we'd been late, things could have taken a turn for the worse. If they'd been forced into an alleyway, these young men wouldn't be sitting on a couch right now. They might be lying on an autopsy table. Well, probably not. Anyway, perhaps they'd be a little more cooperative if we'd found them as corpses.
お兄さん方、沖宮へは何で来たの？電車？バイク？
バイク。
そりゃまずいな。さっきのとこにまだ止めっぱなしなんでしょ？あんたらのこのことバイクを取りに戻ったら、今度こそ袋叩きに遭いますよ。
なんだよそれ。上等じゃねえか！
Calm down, calm down. Why are young people these days so quick with the shouting?
あんたらももう面倒ごとはごめんでしょう。バイクのナンバー教えてください。ここまで持ってきてあげますから。クマちゃん、交通課対策にゲート車を借りてきてください。
別にいいよ。自分たちで取りに行くからいいって。
あんたら本気で囲まれたいんですか。今度は警察間に合わないかもしれませんよ。
大丈夫だっつってんだろ。囲み上等だ。
Yeah, they talk tough when they're not surrounded by a group.
おい、お兄さん方、あんたら今泡の出る麦茶飲んだろ。エンジンかけてみろ。その場で飲酒するぞ、こら。
汚ねえ。
警察が税金使って兄さん方のバイクを運びして死んぜよって言ってんだよ。
Wow.
ごちゃごちゃ言わねえで、ナンバー言えってんだよ、このクソバカ野郎。
The three were hesitant to tell him the numbers. They were mumbling something along the lines of not remembering them since they just bought the bikes. Well, that's what I thought. Ha.
クマちゃん、ゲート車に同行してバイク持ってきてあげて。ごつい赤いやつとテールランプの右側が割れたやつ。あとシートにガムテ貼ってあった白いやつ。それだろ、兄さんたちのバイク。
That was clever. So he knew they were stolen. He got them to drink alcohol so they'd have, they have an excuse to not be able to just go get the bikes themselves and drive away.
おいさん、ゲート車来ましたんで行ってきます。
はいはい、よろしくお願いします。あとクマちゃん、ちょっと。
なんすか？
ナンバー紹介しといてください。間違ったバイクを持ってきちゃうと悪いから。
I guess, he's a veteran police officer, so it's just like he seems like he's just kind of laid back and stuff, but obviously he's still working there for a reason. The three people's faces changed color. They made themselves very easy to understand.
バイク戻ってくるまでのんびりしてましょうよ。ビールもっとありますよ。乾き物だってありますし。テレビ見ます？ろくなのやってませんけどね。
Just lulls them into a false sense of security with just kind of his cool tone and then just snaps on them.
いいよ、俺たちもう行くから。こんなとこにいつまでもいたくねえよ。
Suddenly there were 5 or 6 huge officers surrounding them. Their clearly overpowering stares nailed them to the sofa.
なんだよ。俺たちが何かしたかよ。
Going on a trip by stealing motorcycles, huh? Students these days have too much time on their hands. I knew we wouldn't be doing any club activities after school today before Mion even said anything. I'd been invited over by Shion for an all-you-can-eat dessert. I made a point of leaving half my lunch uneaten. My expectations would only be rivaled by my hunger.
Ch.2 今日はなんだか嬉しそうだね。いいことあるのかな？
Poor Rena and the other ones have been kind of pushed to the back in this chapter because it's all about Mion and Shion, but I guess in the first chapter it was very Rena-centric, so it makes sense. I guess it was obvious. Rena had questioned me with a happy look. That's right, why don't I invite Rena for dessert as well? No, if I recall correctly, Shion said something about having a ticket. At worst, the restaurant might be admission by ticket only today. If that was the case, then having Rena be turned away at the door would result in the worst feeling ever.
うん。ちょっとしたラッキーでさ。明日報告してやるよ。レナ、きっと羨ましがるぜ。
なんだろうなんだろう。いいのいいの。そのラッキーって可愛いかなかな。
Cute? I wonder what Rena would think of the uniforms at Angel Mall. They'd definitely be a critical hit.
多分かなり可愛いかも。
いいのいいの。何かな何かな。
へえ、どんな幸運に恵まれたのやら。あれ、ひょっとして2月くらい前にエンジェルモードで三角くじとか引いた？
Mion's? Yeah, Mion seems to know quite a bit,
それ
huh?
に当たった？
おいおい、俺は2月前にはまだ転校してきてないぞ。
ああ、そっか。じゃあエンジェルのデザートフェスタでもないし。
みーちゃん、エンジェルのデザートフェスタって何かな。
ほら、沖宮の駅前の正面にエンジェルモートっていうファミレスがあるじゃない。あそこではね、季節の変わり目に新デザートのお披露目イベントをやるんだよ。それが今日でね。あ、言っても無駄だよ。くじ当選者以外は入店できない貸し切りデーだから。
Mion explained once again what Shion explained to me last night. Like, unless they talk to each other
お店に通ってみよう。
every day, why would Mion know this, right?
頑張ってくじを当てて次のデザート食べ放題を狙うの。
頑張れ。ちなみに聞いた話だと、当選くじはマニア垂涎のプラチナチケットで、闇では高値で取引されてるなんて噂が。
Hearing that story, I felt even more appreciative of the ticket that Shion had procured for me. I just thought I was lucky to be able to eat dessert for free, but it turned out the ticket was much more valuable. The number of things I had to thank Shion for had increased again.
ありがとな。そんなに価値があるものなんて俺全然知らなくて。
I whispered in a voice only Mion could hear. That was how I conveyed my feelings. Mion looked at me for a moment before she tilted her head to the side and smiled confusedly.
何？なんか言った？
It would be a problem if you said something to me right now. That smile seemed to be telling me as much. I guess Mion wouldn't be accepting any gratitude while she was Mion. I'll go to the restaurant. Today, I'll thank Mion while she's Shion.
じゃ、おじさんはこの辺で失礼するわ。今日のバイトはちょっとハードなんだよな。じゃあね。
Mion waved her hand energetically as she left.
ねえケイチくん、なんだかみーちゃん最近変なの。
Not as weird as you were in the last chapter, Rena, I'm just
疲れ
saying.
てるっていうか嬉しそうっていうか。
そうなのか？
Rena was pretty sharp when it came to these types of things. To me, Mion seemed the same as always, but Rena apparently felt something different.
ケイチくんは知らないのかな。てっきり知ってるのかなって思って。
Rena's skirt fluttered as she spun around with a coy smile.
知ってるって俺が何を？
I was obviously weaseling my way out of the question, but I wasn't lying. Honestly, I didn't really know what was going on. That's me all the time with this game. Why did Shion, a persona of Mion that she created, appear before me? Something was blatantly up, but Rena paid it no heed.
そっか。じゃあ何なんだろうね。でもみーちゃんが機嫌いいとレナも嬉しいよ。
Saying that, she spread her arms wide and spun around happily. I didn't know why, but Rena was in a really good mood. It was so infectious that I had to smile too. Even the chirping of the cicadas seemed joyful, for now, until they're not.
でもね、
Rena abruptly stopped spinning. Her expression had returned to a more somber one.
みーちゃんね、つい最近ね、すごく傷つけられたの。
Ooh.
傷つけって
The pain that Rena was talking about probably wasn't physical.
はじめはあまり気にしてないふりをしてたけど、怪我と同じ。だんだん腫れてきた。じ
Damn.
んじん腫れてきた。
What?
とうとう痛みがこらえられなくなって、夜中に目を覚ました。
What?
そしてレナに電話してきたの。みーちゃんは泣いてた。
ごめん。 それ何の話だよ。
何の話？レナは今何か話をしてたのかな？
And now Rena's being all weird like she wasn't the last one. She's being kind of cagey.
おい、そんなとぼけ方するなよ。
Is Mion upset because Keiichi seems to like her as Shion, assuming that she is Shion? I don't know.
今レナは
知らない知らない知らない。レナは何も知らないよ。はう。
Rena spun as she laughed innocently. Eventually, she appeared to get sick, stumbling as she steadied herself with her hand against the wall. Plus, it's weird for her to be all like, oh, she's, my friend is upset and crying. So cute.
目が回って。
バカだな。調子に乗ってぐるぐる回ってるからだよ。
ごめん。はあ、気持ち悪いかも。
I'll lend the ditz a shoulder to lean on. To be stumbling around like a newborn foal at this age is actually quite a feat. Rena, in a good mood, only babbled incoherently after that. I laughed as I responded to and chided her. However, the chance to revisit that heavy topic Rena had brought up before never arrived. Damn, okay. So now that's another thing I've got to have in the back of my head. As soon as I got home, I tossed aside my school bag and changed in a hurry. The effects of only having a light lunch were starting to show, as my stomach began to let out fickle growls. Alright, let's go to Angel Mall. It's time to face the land of endless dessert. Preparations for battle are complete. Tally-ho! Oh, we got the... Okay, he's like, I gotta eat as much as possible. We got that music going. Angel Mall had a decidedly different feel to it compared to yesterday. Dessert Festa today. Admittance by reservation only. Nonetheless, the front of the store was being swarmed by over a dozen young men. Judging by how they were looking upwards in jealousy instead of entering the store, they weren't invitees. Why would they gather here if they knew they couldn't get in? I found out the answer when I passed through the crowd and began to climb the steps to enter the restaurant. Oh, are they offering to buy the ticket?
ああ、まあな。ラッキーだったんだ。
As soon as I said that, I was immediately mobbed. It was like being in the middle of a football scrum on a crowded train. What is going on? Their reason was this. It wasn't just one ticket per person. Oh, one ticket could let up to 4 people inside.
そうだったのか。ますますレナや他のみんなを誘ってやるべきだった。
Ah, but Shion was being all coy about it. She didn't say anything about that. Otherwise, if she didn't want Keiichi there by himself, she would have been like, oh yeah, invite your friends. Well, invite Mion too.
親切にありがとう。でも今の話は聞かなかったことにするよ。
With an uplifting smile, I turned and ignored them. When I did, their arms all reached out at once, like the souls of the damned seeking succor.
その4名様までのお供にぜひ俺たちを
What selfish people! This was the only reason they were crowded in front of the restaurant. Dozens of wretched arms reached out for me like the teeth on a giant rake and grasped at the air. See, if it were me, I would have been like, alright, you guys gotta pay up. Each person pays me like, I don't know, $50 to get in. I was already climbing the stairs to the entrance.
身軽なやつ取り押さえろ
This isn't something to joke about. I flew up the rest of the stairs and threw myself inside the restaurant. It was like I had entered a different world. The miserable throng of the damned hurled curses at me from the other side of the glass door. But inside of this completely soundproofed and air-conditioned restaurant, with the angelic smile of a waitress to welcome me, they were nothing more than a refreshing piece of scenery. I knew that I shouldn't laugh, but I began to let out a sinister cackle.
いらっしゃいませ。エンジェルモートへ。本日はデザートフェスタにつき、チケットのお客様のみの貸し切りになっております。チケットとご方面をお伺いしてもよろしいでしょうか。
チケットはないけど、名簿に名前があると思います。前原です。
前原。 あった。失礼ですがフルネームでお伺いしてよろしいですか？
圭一です。前原圭一。
大変失礼いたしました。特別招待の前原圭一様ですね。お席へご案内いたします。どうぞこちらへ。
The mood inside the room was incredibly heated. The booths were packed to the brim. Men in their prime were stuffing their faces with dainty desserts that didn't suit them at all. It was a rather unnerving spectacle. Soon after I was shown to my seat, Shion arrived.
いらっしゃいませ。ようこそエンジェルモーターへ。
よしよ。今日は本当にありがとうな。世話になりに来たぜ。
ちょっと遅かったから心配しました。でも来てくれて嬉しいです。
It may have been because other customers were around that her tone was less casual, but she still capped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile.
見ての通り、今日はお客さんがすっごいんで、定時に抜けさせてもらえるかちょっと自信がないんです。私の仕事が終わるまでのんびりしててくださいね。終わったら一緒に遊びに行きましょうね。
Whispering just that last part into my ear, Shion winked and returned to the kitchen. Maybe it was because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, but Shion seemed a bit bolder. Even a small change in her mannerisms was enough to set my heart aflutter.
お待たせしました。
While I was overwhelmed by the atmosphere inside the restaurant, orders from the new summer menu were carried out one after another. Every single one was extravagantly huge. God, he is living my dream right now. I get it, you can eat all of these amazing things for free. No wonder a ticket was worth its weight in gold. I say that, but I have a very small stomach, and I get full very easily, so this would be such a waste for me. I would have to basically just eat little parts of each dessert, and it would be such a waste. On top of that, all of it was plenty delicious. From dishes with general appeal to insane ones aimed at a specific audience. There was absolutely no gaps in their repertoire.
どう考えても一人で食う量じゃないかもしれないな。まあそれは置いておいて。
It didn't feel relaxing in here at all. Probably because the fervor inside the restaurant was clearly abnormal. All the other booth seats were crammed with groups of 4. Sleazy men were gorging like pigs on cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been a surprise if they started licking the plates. It was more than a little unsettling. It piqued my interest, so I started listening in on their conversation. And what things I heard.
エンジェルモード萌え。
僕ですか。当選チケットは秘密ルートから7万で購入したっつ。
Damn! Keiichi, you could have made some money if you'd known.
職場には親戚の葬式だと言ったにゃりよ。エンジェルは制服が最高にゃり。
ウェイトレスさん、水とかズボンにこぼしてフキフキとかしてくれないかにゃー。にゃーにゃー。
エンジェルモートのフィギュアが今度発売されるらしいでござるな。次のイベントは要注意でござる。
そうそう、今度大手フィギュアメーカーが商品化を決めたそうであります。発売日は要チェックなのであります。
しかし大人買いするには種類が多すぎるのでごわすな。普通のファミレス制服のフィギュアなら10種類程度でごわすのに、今度のはシークレットポーズ差分込みでざっと100種類。
ダブった時は誰かトレードしてもらいたいでおじゃる。ファンとしては即日コントは義務。いや、君と僕とのディスティニーでおじゃるよ。
The words spilling out of their mouths was pretty much all incomprehensible jargon, but they still keenly conveyed that hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality.
お待たせしました。次のデザートは南国風シナモンのアバンチュールでございます。どうかなさいましたか？
あ、いえ、なんかこう。
He must be the most normal one there.
雰囲気が違うなと。
They're probably thankful to have someone who's not just a total pig.
うちのお店、その道の方々にはかなり有名らしいんです。まあそういう狙いのお店ですからいいんですけどね。
But exactly, if they can make some money off of it, why not?
でもイベントの日のお客様はちょっと濃いめの方が多いんで困っちゃいます。
The waitress informed me quietly with a wry smile.
なんかお客の人たちも血走っててハイエナみたいですよね。今日のお客さんのほとんどはかなり遠方から無理してきてるみたいですからね。そういう方々って羽目を外しやすいんでちょっと怖いんです。
These poor girls, man. I wouldn't do this for... I mean, I'm not gonna say for any amount of money, but you'd have to pay me a lot.
ちゃんとガードを固めておかないと大変なんですから。
Oh, I'm wondering, because Shion said that, like, I protected you, so next time you can protect me if something bad happens. I wonder if this is gonna be Keiichi stepping in if someone, like, gets grabby with her, and he's gonna step in and save her, and she's just gonna become even more, like, obsessive. What did she mean by keep your guard up? Ooh, at that moment, a large crash resounded through the room. I turned around, startled, to see that a waitress had fallen down and spilled the order she was carrying right onto a customer. Wait, isn't that Shion? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
すみませんでした。そのお召し物は、
なんてことするにゃり。もうジーンズ専門店で1800円もしたズボンが生クリームでペトペトにゃりよ。
What the hell is that? For somebody who just met with disaster, he seems awfully happy.
これはひどいですにょ。ウェイトレスさんが精神誠意ふきするしかないでござるにょ。
The conversation suddenly veered off into an odd direction. Hey, what did he say? Wipey. Did he want Shion to wipe him down? Right over that obviously apparent tent he had pitched over his crotch?
でも、その。
He must have done something to cause her to knock it over on purpose. The wipey chant quickly spread throughout the room. Totally cornered, Shion went pale. She looked over to a more experienced waitress for help, but was only met with a head shaking out of pity.
園崎さん、足を引っ掛けられたんですね。ああやってわざと衣服を汚させて絡んでくるお客が最近多いんですよ。
I'm just thinking like those poor desserts. What, they didn't do anything to deserve that.
足を引っ掛けてだって？じゃあ今のあれも事故じゃなくて恋？
メインの女の子は十分気をつけてますから絶対ああはならないんですけど、園崎さんは短期バイトだからまだガードが甘くて今日のお客様たちにも早々に見破られちゃったみたいで朝からあんな感じで絡まれてるんです。
Oh, okay, though. The fact that she said she's been targeted since this morning, but Mion was at school, so...
店長とか何やってんだよ。あんな不良な客は追い出せよ。
We're in the service industry, so there's not much we can do about it. She laughed as she said that in a resigned tone. God, I feel that in my soul. Having worked retail, man, that... Oh, it makes me... I'm triggered. Shion trembled uncontrollably with a dishcloth in her hand as she turned bright red. The man who had been doused in frosting splayed out on the bench, putting the cream-covered tent over his crotch on full display. Ugh. Still mentally unprepared, her trembling hand inched forward, goaded on by onlookers. Wipey makes me think like wiping a baby, and ew. From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle I could just smile wryly at, but from a woman's point of view, this was obviously pure humiliation. Look at Keiichi being a modern man, thinking about her feelings, hopefully not just because, like, she's his friend. Come on, Keiichi, step in, man, step in. Step in. When I was trapped by those thugs and had been paralyzed with fear. Here it is! Shion fearlessly stood up to them and saved me. Still, as humiliating as it was. Oh, is he not gonna step in? Is he gonna puss out right now? And then she's gonna be like, you could have helped me. I asked you to help me if I was in trouble. Shion was also partly to blame for this. And it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right? Keiichi, I think you just wrote your death wish, my dude. Even these guys, they were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lewd situation. It's not like they were going to eat Shion alive or anything. It'd be alright if I just consoled her afterwards. You... Yeah, you step in, Keiichi. Don't be a dick.
でも他ならぬケイちゃんのピンチだし勇気出して頑張りましたってことです。
When I, a man, was being assailed by 3 thugs while paralyzed with fear, Shion saved me without a second thought. What about now? These sleazy, filthy degenerates were trying to pin the blame on Shion. This time, our roles were reversed. Do the right thing, man. Do the right thing. Hey, Keiichi, my bara. If you don't save her now, when will you be able to repay the debt you owe her? You scared, Keiichi Maibara? That time Mion, didn't even show a hint of hesitation. And what about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not hesitating, then why aren't you helping her? Come on.
さあ観念するでござる。ほほほ。
やかましいぞ。
Yeah!
俺の目が黒いうちに出てうせろ。
I grasped Shion's shoulder firmly and pulled her behind me.
ケイちゃん。
そのスタッフが世のオズボに粗相したのでござるよ。
お仕置きが必要なのはてめえの方だ。男なら能書き吐くな。腕で物を言ってみろ。
Damn, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Thud, smash. He's been learning from Rena. My body was lifted. Oh. Okay. Never mind. I thought Keiichi. I was like, good job, buddy. No. Oh. Talking about empty words, Keiichi. My body was lifted into the air like nothing. I was thrown right back into my own seat. This guy is strong? No matter how you look at it, Athletic and this Lardo aren't even in the same area code.
オタクは意外にマイナーな武道を得得していることが多いでござるから甘く見ると大変でござるよ。
The man smirked, showing off his gum line.
ケイちゃん、大丈夫？
Damn it, how lame must I look right now?
シオンは足を引っ掛けられたんだろ。向こうが悪いんだから突き上がらせることなんかないぞ。
そうだけど、でもやっぱり悪いのは。
If this is Mion, it's just weird to see her so passive about it. You know, it's like Mion was being Mion, she would be up in those guys' faces just like... Snap, thud, crash.
これくらいでへこたれるケイチ様だと思うなよ。もう一度だ。
Whack, snap, thunk.
口ほどにもないでござるの。
まだまだ。
He might be all talk, but I'm glad he did something. You know, I was afraid he was gonna wimp out. Rise, my will to fight. Hoo-ah! Not just running, I planted every one of my steps firmly as I closed the distance to the lard ball. Each time I ripped my foot off the floor, I could feel my burning spirit flare up from the point of impact. Everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in that viscous flow of time, I calmly measured the gap between us. With our difference in height, reach was my ultimate advantage. There was an ever so slight distance between us when only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of righteous anger, but it flew towards his face slowly, like I was punching underwater. Reacting to that, with a smirk on his face, the fatso easily slipped inside of my punch. I hadn't realized it until now, but in this mired time, I was able to observe his baffling counterattack with almost painful clarity. His arms slowly swung around in a large windmill motion, wrapped around my whiffed punch, and descended into an arc. The arms swung around like the arms of a clock, and came into contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. This time he rotated his entire body like a top, followed by another rotation. Combining defense and offense, it was a brilliant counter. And Mion would just be looking and be like, Keiichi, man, you failed. That's right, 3 times. I was thrown after 3 rotations, I think. In this viscous region of time, I was unable to struggle, and I could only wait dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. The moment I was, that sluggish temporal anomaly abruptly ended. Crash. I wonder if Shion's gonna, like, say something like Mion would, like, hey, it's just like the club activities, you gotta, like, figure out a way to win this, right? I was loath to admit it, but against someone trained in martial arts, I couldn't win through force of will alone. Oh man, is that it? After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness. When I came to, I was lying down in my own seat.
怪我しなくてよかったですね。
The more experienced waitress from before wiped the sweat from my brow with a towel. While she was doing that, a red-faced and teary-eyed Shion trudged over.
大丈夫ですか？私なんかのために。すみませんでした。
俺こそ役に立たなくて、俺喧嘩って勝ったことないし。
私のために助けに来てくれただけで嬉しかったです。本当ですよ。それだけでも今日はケイちゃんに来てもらえてよかったかなって。
As she said that, she stuck her tongue out teasingly. She wiped off the whipped cream with the washcloth she was holding in her hands.
園崎さん、R 入ってもいいですよ。あと 1,2 時間でしょ。
いいんです。バイトとはいえお給料もらってる身ですから、時間内はちゃんと働きたいんです。だから本当お気遣いなく。
She couldn't even put up a brave front. I would never even think for a second that Mion could be that weak. This was Shion, and she had been harassed by some unreasonable riffraff. That was reality.
ケイちゃんは気にしないでデザートいっぱい食べててくださいね。一通り食べ終わったらアンケートを書いてもらいますので。じゃあ私ホールに戻りますね。
What if she orchestrated the whole thing where she had the guy trip her to see how Keiichi would react, see if he would come and save her, and then she would determine from there if he was worth pursuing. After some consoling words and a sympathetic smile to Shion, the other waitress started to head back to work. That's where I stopped her.
すいません、ウェイトレスさん。電話借りたいんですけど。
電話ですか？レジ横にございますよ。ご案内いたします。
Oh, is he gonna call the other people to come over? I wonder if he's gonna see if Mion, he wants to be sure, like, if he's gonna call and see if Mion's home to invite people over. I pulled a 10 yen coin from my wallet. This wasn't about saving face. My being a worthless coward was an unchangeable fact, but I could just cry myself to sleep about that later tonight. Now was not the time for tears. I had to fight.
確かチケット1枚で。
Oh. He's getting back up.
呼んでもいいんですよね。
ええ、そうですけど、一応名簿に書きますので、お名前を伺ってもよろしいですか？
I turned around and glared at the greasy hooligan who subjected Shion to that humiliation. Oh my god, he's Rena's punches. There are 3 things that aren't working in your favor today, punk. The first is that I owe Shion. The second is that I'm a man who's not afraid to throw away his pride to win. And the third is that we're the most powerful club members in history. This is
名簿
amazing.
には竜宮レナ、それから北条聡子、
Okay,
古
so
部理香で。
yeah, so he's not even bothering to check to see. Although he seems a little unsure about this Mion Shion thing. He seems to waver like I do, but he probably is like, I'm not gonna try.
困りました。受けたまわります。
I'll have the best and most powerful club members join the fray. They can bring down 1,000 foes. You fat asses, prepare to meet your maker. This is amazing. I'm so excited.
いいお店だね。制服かいい。
So we're gonna have like Rika come up with her cuteness to distract them, Rena's punches, and Sadako is gonna set some sort of trap.
しかもデザートまでおごってもらえるなんて僕は大感激なのです。
ああ、好きなだけ食ってくれ。俺の分なんか気にするな。
ケイチさん、茶番は結構でございますのよ。要件に入ってほしいですわ。
Rena and Rika-chan put down their forks when Sadako broached the subject. After looking at them for a few moments, I pressed my forehead firmly into the table.
頼む。俺の不甲斐なさを笑ってもいい。力を貸してくれ。
The 3 of them seemed surprised by the sudden turn of events, but nevertheless listened to what I had to say without making fun of my unusual behavior.
どうしたのかな。何があったんだろう。
実はミオンの妹のシオンがこの店でバイト中なんだ。
ああ、話に聞いてたみーちゃんの妹さんだね。ひょっとしてあれかな。似てるね。似てるも何も髪を下ろ ただけの本人ではありませんの？
I didn't know what to say.
圭一がシオンだと言うからシオンなのですよ。
Now, Rika knew about this sister, but once again, does Rika know that Shion exists, or is she know that Mion is pretending and she's just going along with it?
いくら双子だってあんなにうり二つになるもんなんですの？一卵性双生児って言ってね、本当にそっくりの双子ってこともあるんだって。
Wait, how did Rena know about this? She said that she didn't even know that. Did Rena know that she had a sister? I don't think she did. Rena gave the most plausible explanation, so everybody else was convinced.
納得してもらえたかな。それで本題だ。
I recounted everything that had just happened. How Shion was targeted, how she was antagonized by the customers, and the humiliation that was forced upon her. Also, how incredibly pathetic I was. I included everything without trying to hide it.
それはひどいね。しーちゃんかわいそう。しかしそれを助けられないなんてみっともないにも程がありますわよ。
それについては返す言葉がない。
さとこちゃん、負けを認めて助けを求めるのってとっても難しいことなの。圭一くんは変なプライドなんかよりしーちゃんを助けることを選ん
Yeah,
だんだよ。
exactly. Give me some credit.
情けないですこと。
Rena's follow-up stung a bit, but I can only be thankful that she understood. Sadako was calling me all sorts of names, but there was no malign intentions behind her words.
で、僕たちは何をするですか？
Her voice was monotone, but there was a hint of resolve in her words. I replied to Rika-chan's suggestive silence in kind with my own quiet resolve.
まあ、そんなところだと思ってましたわ。圭一さん一人には少々荷が重すぎますもの。
じゃあ助けてくれるのか？
当然だよ、圭一くん。私たちは誰がいじめられても助けに行くよ。
I remembered when I was cornered by those thugs. What Shion had said about the strong feeling of solidarity in Hinamizawa really began to hit home. However, Keiichi Maibara, now is not the time to get choked up with tears of gratitude. Now is the time to fight.
すまん、恩に切る。
一人で頑張ったけど歯が立たなくて。
Damn, Rika.
かわいそうです。
Riga-chan gently pat my head for me. But there was no mindless pity in the palm of that hand. It was overflowing with the strong, dependable feeling of leave the rest to us.
もろもろの都合によりミオンは参戦できないので臨時に俺が指揮を執る。作戦内容はシオンの護衛と敵勢力の殲滅。
敵って誰かな？いっぱいいるのかな？
現時刻以降シオンにちょっかいを出そうとする全個人全勢力を敵と認める。当選規定はなし。報酬は今食ったデザート。質問はあるか？
Everybody had already entered club mode, their eyes peering at the riffraff, clamoring around inside the restaurant like predators stalking their prey from the darkness. Rika-chan held up her hand.
なんだい、リカちゃん。
手加減は必要ですか？
That is amazing, just as a little child being like, no, do we have to show mercy? Because I don't wanna.
不要に決まってますわ。ミオさんの妹に狼藉を働く輩に手加減なんか不要ですの。いいんですね、圭一。
Unleash the beast, Rika. Rika-chan was serious. She was really ready to pretty much murder someone. I'm counting on you, Rika-chan.
全責任は俺、前原圭一が取る。蹴散らしてやれ。
よーし、レナも頑張るぞ。
すまん、よろしく頼む。
圭一さん、そんなに力まなくても大丈夫ですか？まあご覧遊ばせ。圭一さんがそのパフェを食べ終わる頃にはお掃除は終わってましたよ。ではみんな頑張りましょうですよ。ファイトオーです。
Thus, the most powerful war band the world has ever known, trained by Mion, began to move. I was the oldest, the only boy, and behaved like a leader. But when you consider our club activities, I was by far the most junior member. Individually, everyone besides me had terrifying combat capabilities. If all of them combined their strengths to protect Shion, I couldn't even imagine. I was probably about to witness something terrible and awe-inspiring. I'm excited for this.
園崎さん、7番テーブルにデラックスパフェを5つお願いします。あ、はい。
Shion carried the order to the tables. For Shion to carry all 5 parfaits without wobbling took so much effort that she didn't have the breathing room to pay attention to her feet.
どうしよう、また来たでござるよ。
今度はミーのおズボンにぶっかけさせて一層念入りにふきふきしてもらうにより。
It was the same wipey scheme that had just occurred a short time earlier. This time, another one of them was trying it out for himself. The very depravity of these men was itself a full-out attack.
K1 よりレナへ5、6番テーブル付近で待ち伏せだ。レナ、聞こえてるか？
お店のせい。
Oh no.
お持ち帰り。
Shion, her bottom swaying while carrying the parfaits, was being chased by an equally swaying Rena. Poor Shion, it's like even her reinforcements. Oh man, that's so funny. She was supposed to be escorting Shion, but Rena was instead transfixed by the back of her uniform. From a normal person's point of view, it was probably like having a fox guard a hen house. But when it comes to Rena, things are different.
怪異状態、シンクロ率 120%。 勝ったな。
Alright, okay, I gotcha. So when she's in cute mode, she's full on Rena.
あの状態のレナさんには地球上のどんな物理法則も通用しませんわ。
Shion's legs, unsteady and defenseless, were being targeted by those sleazebags.
今でござるよ、同志諸君。
世界の輝ける明星にして偉大なる総統閣下万歳。
A leg snaked out to trip Shion's defenseless feet. Egads, 3 of them at once. Thap, thap, thap. It happened in an instant. The 3 fools writhed in pain as their legs bent at unnatural angles.
これは何事でござるか？
Rena teetered into view and gave them a warning.
おいたはダメなんだよ。メだよ、メ。レナがお持ち帰りするからメ。
この小娘、神妙な技を。
The human scum clutched their bruised ankles as they passed out.
さすがはレナさん、いつ見ても恐ろしいキレですわね。
ああ、絶対的なガードだ。半径2メートル以内で行われるシオンへのあらゆる攻撃をレナは完全なカウンターで粉砕する。
As Shion was making her rounds through the restaurant, there were people here and there collapsing with welts on their legs or hands.
はう、レナよりケイチ君へ。もうしーちゃんにちょっかい出す人はいないよ。だからもうお持ち帰り。
ケイチよりレナへご苦労だった。引き続き護衛を続けてくれ。
Oh, come on, we gotta see Rika and Sadako.
それからお持ち帰りは不可。繰り返す。お持ち帰りは不可。
じゃあ見てるだけだよ、見てるだけ。はう。
I guess just looking is fine. That wouldn't prevent her from guarding Shion, so I guess it's okay. Anyway, thanks to this, I knew who had tried to mess with Shion. Anybody who was clutching at their arm or leg while they were writhing in agony was basically branded by their bruises.
現時刻をもって敵勢力識別を完了。次のフェーズへ移行する。ケイチよりサトコへ。そっちはどうなってる？
サトコですわよ。どうなってるとはひどい言い方でございますわね。ケイチさん、私を誰だと思っておいでですの？
She had spread open a sketch of the restaurant on the order, replete with order chits and their destinations, and was now sorting through the freshly made desserts.
ちょっと、さっきから何をしてるの？まあまあ、園崎さん、いいから彼女に任せておいて。
Now, are they in on it, or are they just like, oh, they're just cute little kids? Just leave them be.
このオーダー、全部一度に行くからお願いね。
The veteran waitress was briskly directing her juniors as the trays went out one after another. All the desserts that had passed through Sadako's hands were delivered at once.
かわいいデザートがいっぱい来たよ。
分かってるだろうが、手をつけるなよ。自分の身が大事なら。
Oh. Sadako's like, a needle for you, a needle for you, a needle for you. Certainly, they were all incredibly cute looking desserts. They were all works of art that you can enjoy before even taking your first bite. However, since Sadako had meddled with them, they were nothing more than an unpredictable danger. Blissfully ignorant of that fact were the men that were now stuffing their faces. Almost right away, they realized that something was wrong.
サトコ、何を混ぜた？塩やタバスコってわけじゃない。
Oh my gosh. I would think, like, why would the waitress, though, if she knew Sadako was messing with the food, why would she let her do this? I feel like there'd be a limit. Like, you...
手加減無用。私、こう見えても叩くときは徹底的に叩く性分でございますの。
I would imagine it would have, like, a bad reputation of the restaurant if, you know, during this event, something happened to the desserts that might cause harm. As she said that, she twirled a dubious file in her fingers before putting away smartly in her pouch.
さとこより理解。お客様が行きますわよ。エスコートお願いしますわ。
Oh, did she put, like, laxatives in there?
勝手にお任せなのです。
Come to think of it, I didn't see Rika-chan anywhere. Where could she be lurking? Clatter, clatter. Several men stood up suddenly from their seats, surveying the restaurant for something. That restless fidgeting, and that look of relief when they found the single placard hanging from the ceiling. Written on that placard was the word, restroom. They began a mad rush in that direction. It wasn't just one or two people. All the people that were branded as the enemy were standing up from their seats while clutching at their stomachs.
さすがにがっつりすぎたでござるよ。お手洗いは
僕もにゃりよ。オープンでなくクローズドの方でござる。今日リプレイ発信にゃり。
おトイレはどこにゃ？見つけたにゃ。緊急発進スクランブルにゃ。
I felt dirty just thinking about what Sadako probably did to their desserts. The problem was how to follow this up. I was intrigued, so I followed the rush of men to the washroom. The narrow hallway connecting to the restroom was crammed with about 10 men.
なんとしたことでござるか。
As I peered over to see what was happening, whoa! It seemed that the toilet was clogged and backflowing, unleashing a loud gurgling sound and a terrible stench. There was no way to use it in this state. Damn that Sadako! What a frightening display of power! No, this wasn't Sadako's doing. It was divine punishment. Yeah, they were just unlucky. Once again, why would the waitresses let all this stuff happen? Is it because they're cute little girls? I feel like there would be a limit to sabotaging the food and, like, destroying the bathroom. I'll just apologetically ask one of the employees here to clean it up.
これでは尿が出せぬでござる。
どうしたものにゃりんか？毎度し。
It was a brilliant combination of traps, but it would be better if there were one more push to the kicker. Seeing as it was Sadako, she wouldn't have overlooked that.
こうなっては。最後の手段に。
Faced with a moral dilemma, the man had only one other option: the women's restroom.
さすがに女子トイレはまずいでござらんか。今日のお客さんに女子はいないにゃりん。コロンブスの卵でにゃりん。は
あはあ、背に腹は変えられぬ。
What a brazen bunch they are. The men, sweat now pouring from their brows, made a mad rush to the girls' room without any hesitation. It's a good point, there wouldn't be any girls in today, except for the waitresses.
Me?
There was girl there. It was Rika-chan. The men stood there, frozen in various complicated poses, indicating their surprise. Rika-chan also seemed dumbfounded by the sudden turn of events. But the look on her face was strangely perfect. This was all part of the plan as well. You sly dog, Rika-chan. I should never underestimate you.
これはでござるな。まだ待て。
Me?
男子便所がちょっとデンジャラスにゃので、ちょっとおトイレをお借りしたかっただけなのにゃ。にゃ。
I hate the cat guy the most of all of them.
Me?
でもやっぱりいけないことでござるよな。どうし諸君。
Just by having a girl stand there in the restroom, I never knew it could put up such an overwhelming barrier. There was no way anybody could be brave enough to lift Rika-chan out of the way to try and do their business. This was the most they could do after all. If it were a man in full club mode, for example, someone like me, they would plow right through Rika-chan without a second thought. Now what are you gonna do, you fat asses? The price for tormenting Shion still hasn't been paid.
お困りなら僕が助けてあげてもいいのです。
片付けどうござる。で、その方法は？
お外のトイレを使えばいいのです。ご案内しますですよ。
それは助かるにゃりん。さあこのままじゃ集団って不幸満状態にゃりん。
Rika-chan, with a pleasant smile on her face, guided them with a casual stride in her step. In this race against time, her slow pace was sadistic torture.
マドモアゼル、そのトイレはここから遠いでござるか？
すぐに着きますです。
They were smart enough. Wait for Rika to leave with the other guys, and then you just stay behind. You've got the whole washroom to yourself. Obeying Rika-chan's directions, they were about to leave the restaurant.
ケイチ君、締めだよ。ビシッと言ってね。
おうよ、任せておけ。
I spread my arms out and blocked them as they tried to leave the restaurant.
何の真似でござるか？このでっかワンの非常時に。
悪人ども、この扉から一歩外へ出ることがどうい
それはどういう意味にゃ？
ほら、チケット。
Oh, they can't go back in.
途中退店に行こうって。どこのおトイレに行くのも自由でございますがね。その扉を一歩でも外へ出たなら二度と戻れませんのよ。
Boom!
覚えてろ。
そんな怖いこと言う人たちを案内したくないのです。
Everybody panicked as Rika-chan began to turn back. They could only figuratively and literally fall in line. All the waitresses also lined up to see them off.
本日はご来店誠に。
愛しゃるリターン。
Clang clang. The bell rang playfully as the door shut behind them.
そうまあないですわね。爆笑の極みでしたよ。やったね。
Rena and Sadako clapped their hands together.
俺一人じゃ歯が立たねえ連中もメンバー総登場ならまさに一網打尽だな。
この程度の相手なら私たちなら一人でもお相手できましたよ。
She's like, except you, Keiichi, you little bitch.
ケイチさんも少しお磨き遊ばせ。
I was loath to admit it, but Sadako was right. Damn it. One day I'll be strong enough to be worthy to stand alongside them.
でもみーちゃんの妹さんを守れて本当に良かったね。もうこれでいたずらする悪い人たちは一人もいなくなったよ。
素敵な友人に恵まれたわね、園崎さん。
The veteran waitress was also smiling. After the herd was done packing, it had calmed down completely inside the restaurant. Shion was flustered as she glanced between us in the now empty seats.
私のためにその
Shion's expression was somewhere between happy and guilt-ridden. Her face had turned slightly red as she ran into the kitchen.
わあ、しーちゃんもかわいい。双子なんだね。はう。
Given Shion's personality, there's no way she'd thank us directly. We might have been a bit excessive in our means, but I'm really glad we were able to save her.
分かってると思いますけど、園崎さん、とても感謝してますよ。私もホールを代表して感謝いたします。
Clap, clap, clap. The applause quickly spread through the entire restaurant. And not only the other waitresses, but also the customers that were genuinely there to enjoy the desserts. Everyone was lauding our efforts. When we had mostly finished eating and were filling out the survey, Rika-chan made her return.
おう、お疲れ。守備は上々か？
I guess she gets an exception because she did help out, because technically she'd not be allowed inside either, but no one's gonna say no to her.
ずいぶん遅かったな。
ごめんなさいなのです。帰りに迷子になってしまって大変だったのです。リカちゃんは変な道を通ることが多いからね。よく迷子になるんだよ。
How did she get lost just guiding people to a nearby toilet?
人間誰にも得て増えてがありましたよ。理科にはそんなの負けないような長所がたくさんありますわ。
それもそうだな。さっきの女子トイレのあの表情、役者だったな。
あの時の圭一はひどいのです。自分が彼らの立場だったら僕を弾き飛ばして女子トイレに飛び込むとか考えていたのです。
また俺、考えが顔に出てたのか。
圭一くん。
いや、そら
I could laugh about it then, but a few days later, a newspaper headline read, 10 identified men were taken into custody in Hideyama. The men claimed they had traveled from Shishabon City by foot to find a toilet, but the spot they were taken into custody was XX kilometers away from Shishabon. When I read that article, I realized how terrifying Rika-chan really was.
さてと、ごちそうさまなのでした。今日は呼んでもらえて嬉しかったのです。あら、文句ありますの？もうちょっとゆっくりしても。タンスのお片付けの途中だったのですよ。あのままではお布団が敷けないのです。ああ、それもそうですわね。
Oops, looks like I called her at a bad time.
レナが電話した時はお部屋の片付け中だったんだよ。でも駆けつけてくれたんだよね。
Well, yeah, desserts, and also being able to exact revenge. It's always a fun time.
まあ、同志だから仕方ありませんわ。それに、甘いものをいっぱいいっぱい食べさせてもらいましたですから、とても喜んでいますよ。
今日はありがとな。急に呼び出しちゃって。
シオンによろしくとお伝えなのです。では失礼しますわ。レナさんはどうぞごゆっくり。そうするね。
Oh, I wonder if Shion's gonna get weird if I'm here with Rena, and she's like, oh, I thought we were gonna hang out after, and then there's just kind of a third wheel there. Rika and Sadako, in a good mood, horsed around with each other as they left. Oh, that was awesome. That was really fun. Anything club activity, I am all for. While Ren and I were having a discussion about the dessert we just ate, Shion arrived with some coffee.
あら、ちっちゃい二人は帰っちゃいましたか？
Hearing them called the little ones was so strange I inadvertently burst out laughing.
なんか片付けの途中だったとかで帰っちゃったよ。
Shion had brought enough coffee for 4 people.
先輩に話を聞きました。なんだか私のためにいろいろご迷惑をかけてしまったみたいで。全然迷惑じゃないよ。他ならぬしーちゃんのピンチだしね。あ、いいよねしーちゃんで。みーちゃんとお揃いでかいいかなって。あ、まあどうぞご自由に。
Shion seemed a bit hesitant when Rena started talking to her. Oh, she jealous. Rena's pretty sharp about some things, so Shion was probably worried that Rena would find out she was Mion after talking like this. Shion said she'd have work soon and hurried off back to the kitchen, leaving behind coffee for just the 2 of us.
レナにそっけなかった。慣れ慣れしい子だと思われちゃったかな。
照れてるだけだよ。
でも本当にそっくりだね。双子ってよりももう一人のみーちゃんみたいな感じ。
外見は似てるけど雰囲気っていうか中身は全然違うだろ。そういう双子も面白いと思うけどな。
ケイチ君はそう思う？中身もそっくりだと思うよ。
It somehow became silent. Rena was just staring at the pattern the milk made on the surface of her coffee without saying a word. So she thinks that they're pretty much the same on the inside, despite this apparently being the first time she's ever met Shion. For somebody like me who could never stop talking, it was a rather uncomfortable moment. Rena's off-put mannerism seemed to imply I said something I shouldn't have. That unpleasantness carried on. Yes, let's get back to this about why Mion is upset.
ミオンが傷つけられた なんて話。
そんな話したかな。
だからとぼけるなよ。確かに言ったよ。今日の学校からの帰り道で。
Rena answered by laughing while continuing to play dumb, questioning if she said that. As thick-headed as I was, I had a faint realization. Rena wanted to say that I was the one who hurt Mion. But when? Me?
もし仮にそういうことがあったとしても、それは俺には悪意はなかったんだよ。
I continued the conversation, but left out the assumption that I had hurt Mion.
きっとそうだと思う。ケイチ君に悪気はなかったと思うな。
Rena replied, also leaving out the assumption that I had hurt Mion. But that confirmed it. I don't know how it happened, but it seemed that I had hurt Mion. And Rena was upset with me due to the fact I hadn't realized it.
誤解しないでほしいんだけど、別にレナは怒ってるわけじゃないよ。
Seeing right through what I was thinking, Rena said that as she smiled even more gently than usual.
ただなんていうのかな、難しいなって。
俺に落ち度があるならはっきりそうだと言ってくれないか。俺は自分でも呆れるほど鈍感なんだ。謝るべきことがあるなら少しでも早くそれに気づいて謝罪したいと思ってる。
別にケイチ君に落ち度なんかなかったと思うよ。考えようによってはずるいのはみーちゃんの方なのかもしれないし、ずるいのが女の子だって居直るのもまたずるい気がするし。
What Rena said was draped in mystery. Unfortunately, I had no idea what she meant. The only thing I got out of it was that I had said or done something to inadvertently hurt Mion.
頼むよレナ。ミオンは俺の最高の仲間の一人だ。遺恨を残してなんか付き合いたくない。だから教えてくれよ。俺は何を傷つけてしまったんだ。
ダメだよ。こういうのは自分で気づかなきゃ。
Rena was smiling like she always did, but spoke bluntly. The fact that she had the strength of will surprised me for a moment.
それに気づけないからこうして頼んでるんだろ。
My tone had unintentionally become harsh. Rena was also surprised for a moment, but quickly returned to her flat demeanor.
じゃあヒントだけならいいかな。特別なんだよ。
すまん。頼む。ちゃんと考えるから。
Rena looked around the restaurant, searching for Shion. Shion was working enthusiastically, but without confidence as usual.
しーちゃん、髪の毛を上げて結んだらみーちゃんと見分けつかなくなるんだろうね。
うん、そうだな。
じゃあさ、みーちゃんが髪をほどいたらやっぱりしーちゃんと見分けがつかなくなるのかな。
多分な。でもそれとこれと何の関係があるんだよ。
もしもだよ、双子の妹なんて話は嘘で、あれは妹のふりをしてるみーちゃん。
So Rena was in on it, huh? So was she being dumb about pretending like she didn't know that? Rena was sharper than her daily behavior belied. I was hesitant in verbally affirming that, but it was the right answer.
質問に質問で返すようで悪いけどさ、レナの言う通りミオンがシオンのふりをしていたとして、それは何のためだよ。
After maintaining the silence for a while, Rena glanced at the clock.
そこを考えてほしいな。ヒントにしては多すぎかも。は
あ、After thanking me for the dessert, Rena stood up from her seat.
ごめんね。頼まれてるお買い物があるからそろそろ帰るね。
No, now I'm going to be left alone with Shio, and we're going to have a talk about this.
しーちゃんには挨拶もせずに先に帰っちゃってごめんって伝えておいてもらえるかな。
ああ、伝えておく。
ごめんね。
え？
レナって怒りんぼなの。怒ってごめんね。ケイチ君だけが悪いわけでもないのに。
Oh, Rena, this is the worst this is you losing your temper. This is the worst of it in this chapter. Compared to what I've seen of you, not bad at all. Rena was harsh in her apology, but I was the one who really should have apologized.
みーちゃんだってもうそんなに気にしてないことだと思うの。だからなかったことにして忘れちゃってもいいと思うんだけど、でもね、同じ女の子としてはケイチ君に自分で気づいて自分で謝りに来てほしいなって夢を見ちゃうの。
Switching to cute mode only at the end, she disappeared in the direction of the register. While I was staring into space, somebody suddenly tapped me on the shoulder.
お待たせしました。やっと終わりました。
It was Shion, who had changed into her street clothes. She flashed a smile while greeting me.
今日は本当にありがとな。どれもすごい美味しかった。みんなも喜んでたよ。
いえいえ、そんな。でも、喜んでもらえて嬉しかったです。あれ？さっきの女の人も帰っちゃったんですか？
買い物があるって言って帰ったよ。先に帰って申し訳ないって伝えておいてくれって。
そうですか。じゃあ、私たちも表に行きません？たとえオフでもバイト先は緊張しちゃいますから。
We ended up strolling around without any destination in particular. I had been sitting the entire time, so I was in need of a breath of fresh air. When we left, the sky had already become draped in a veil of darkness.
はあ、なんだか暗くなってきちゃいましたね。もっと早めに終わらせてもらえる約束だったのに。
Shion seemed upset that there wasn't much time left.
でもいいかな。ちょっとでもこうしてのんびりお話できる時間が取れたから。
Saying that, Shion set out for the tree-lined boulevard behind the station. The front of the station was slowly becoming crowded with businessmen hurrying home.
さて、自己紹介からしようかな。初対面はいきなりお姉と間違えられるという衝撃的な出会いだけで、互いに挨拶もしてないですからね。
I could only smile and laugh wryly.
私、園崎しおんと申します。お姉と似てるのは外見だけなんですよ。お姉は大雑把で暑苦しい人なんだけど、私は几帳面だけど涼しい人なんです。
What a weird thing. It's like, let me introduce you with my name and my personality. I remembered what Rena and I had been talking about earlier. I said that they looked the same, but their personalities were different, while Rena said they were both the same. I don't know what tipped her off, but Rena figured out that Shion was Mion. Also related to that, she said that I had hurt Mion. Rena had given only one hint. That was, why is Mion pretending to be Shion?
シオンは俺のことミオンからなんて聞いてるんだ？
お姉はケイちゃんのことお気に入りみたいですから。
A liking, eh?
饒舌にいろいろと喋ってくれますよ。
Like I said, maybe this is her way of being like a little bit more feminine and delicate. Maybe she thinks that's what Keiichi wants in, you know, a girl.
部活の話とか、やられたとかやり返したとか、そんな男の子みたいな話ばかりです。
Maybe it's because she thinks that, and Keiichi admits it, like she sees her not as a girl. She always says, like, if I, you know, if you were a guy, I would have hit you by now, but... So maybe it's like, this is her way of being like, I want him to see me as a girl.
本当に仲がいいんですね。
Boyish kind of stories, huh? Come to think of it, I think there was something Shion told me before. Kei-chan, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? Was that what happened that hurt Mion? Mion herself said she wished she had been born a boy, and that being a girl didn't suit her. She said a lot of things to that effect, didn't she?
ケイちゃん、さっきからなんだか楽しくなさそうですけど。
いや、そんなことないよ。
隠し事が下手なくせに嘘つこうとするんですよね。だから憎めないんですけど。
Saying that, she lightly chopped my forehead. Even though Shion was enjoying herself, I was still trying to figure out how I had hurt Mion. I was having a hard time figuring out the riddle that Rena had left me with.
ほら、あれ、綺麗だと思いません？男の子でも綺麗に感じます？
へえ、綺麗だな。
Shion was having fun window shopping, dragging me by all sorts of stores I would normally never enter. It wasn't like she was begging me to buy her anything, and I wasn't getting bored either. It was just something to talk about as we walked around. In an easygoing way, we browsed through numerous stores. We discussed all sorts of topics I knew nothing about, but I didn't lose interest. I had the feeling she was good at conversation.
ケイちゃんってこういうの初めてですか？
ああ、初めてだよ。こんな小物のお店なんかこうして連れてきてもらわなかったら一生入らなかったな。
そういうのじゃなくて、こういう感じの。
What? I leapt back when Shion suddenly linked her arm with mine.
そんなに驚かなくてもいいじゃないですか。女の子と腕を組むくらいそんなに恥ずかしいことなんですか？
Shion's expression was a little bit miffed, but suggestive at the same time.
別に恥ずかしくなんかねえよ。腕が欲しけりゃ1本でも2本でもくれてやるよ。ほら。
ケイちゃんって本当に退屈しない人ですね。お姉のお気に入りってのもよくわかります。
Man, she is basically blatantly spelling it out.
いらねえなら引っ込めるぞ腕。
そんな喜んで拝借いたしますわ。
Laughing in good spirits, Shion locked her arm with mine. My heart skipped a beat.
反応を楽しみたいんで意地悪に質問しますけど、ケイちゃん女の子と腕組んだことあります？林間学校のキャンプファイヤーでってのはなしでです。
That little devil. She was asking that question knowing full well what the answer would be.
林間学校を封じられると辛いな。
そうだと思いました。
そのいたずらっぽい笑い方、本当にミオンと同じだな。お前本当にシオンなんだろうな。ミオンがシオンだって嘘をついてるんじゃないのか？
Oh boy, calling it right out.
お姉がシオンのふりをしてるかもしれないって思ってます？
さっきまでは双子だと思ってたが、悪ふざけの仕方がミオンとそっくりすぎるからな。
口ではそんなこと言ってますけど、ケイちゃんはちゃんと私とお姉を区別してますよ。
Maybe he's gonna be like, well, put your hair up
区
then.
別ってなんだよ。
お姉がこうやって腕を取ってきたら、ケイちゃんドキドキしますか？
Oh.
関節技でもかけられるんじゃないかと思ってビクビクす
Aw,
る。
dude, you just... Now she's just gonna be upset because now he's just associating Mion with just like doing things boys would do. Shion laughed so hard she had to hold on to her sides.
おいおい、そんなにおかしいことかよ。肩腹押さえて涙溜めるくらいに。
いえいえ、お姉ってしょうがないなって思ったんです。年頃の男の子と腕を組んで心臓を高鳴らすこともできないなんて、本当に女の子失格ですよね。
I remembered once again that I'd heard someone say that before.
お姉は男の子に生まれた方が良かったんじゃないかなって思うことありますよ。そしたら私も惚れてるかもな、なんちゃって。
ミオンも男の子に生まれたかったなんて言ってたな。
お姉は女の子がしたいのか
Oh,
男の
that's
子がしたいのか
interesting.
中途半端なんですよね。
Oh, I didn't think they were gonna get into this kind of thing, so wow, alright.
まあ不吉祥な生き方のツケですからね。放っておいてあげてください。
さっきから実の姉に随分な言い方だな。
So she's got like some gender identity issues. That's really interesting.
私ミオンのどことなく甘えたところ好きじゃないんです。
The way Shion talked somehow sounded cold. So this is her like trying out being a girl, and then her as Mion is kind of like her more boyish. Huh.
シオンってミオンとあんまり仲良くないのか？
まあそこそこは仲良くやってます。でも姉妹として許せないなってところはいろいろありますよ。
Maybe she does really see herself as like having two personalities to her. So maybe like in a weird way she does consider herself as like maybe her own sister? I don't know.
あれ見てください。可愛いと思いません？
I turned around to look at where Shion was pointing. What was there was the familiar display window of a toy shop. The same shop that was the stage for the incident that occurred during last Sunday's club activities. What Shion was pointing at was a display with a plethora of adorable dolls that looked like the sort of... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I feel... Oh... It was... Oh my god, when Keiichi gave the doll to Rena and then Mion looked kind of upset. And Keiichi said, well, it's not... I was thinking about giving it to you, but it doesn't seem like the type of thing you'd be interested in because it's very girly. Oh my gosh.
女の子ってどうしてこういうのが好きなの？
Oh, Keiichi, come on, this is your chance. Buy her a doll. Buy her a doll and give it to her.
だって可愛いじゃないですか。ケイちゃんは可愛いって思いませんか？
俺は男だから特にそういうのは感じない。
まあまあ、ケイちゃんはこの中で一番可愛いのはどれだと思います？
Shion, pulling on my arm, motioned to the row of dolls. They were lined up like they were close sisters taking a commemorative photo. A few of them seemed strangely familiar.
こっち側に並んでる4つは見覚えがあるな。
やっぱり有名なんですね。ケイちゃんでも知ってるくらいだから。
Shion sounded impressed.
最近イギリスから入ってきたばかりの新作なんですよ。この辺ではまだ売ってますけど、都市部の方じゃ品切れ状態で安さがポイントのはずなのに変に高騰しちゃってるそうですよ。
女の子っていい年になってもこういうのが好きなんだな。
人にもよるでしょうけど、人形とかぬいぐるみとかを嫌いな女の子ってそんなにいないと思いますよ。あの男女のお姉ですら可愛いって言ってましたから。
She might as well be like flashing a big red light, like I want a doll, I want a doll, get me a doll.
ミオンも可愛いって言うのか。そりゃすごいことだな。
That's right, I just remembered. The store owner gave this one to us after Sunday's event. Except for Mion, who was a relative, everybody had gotten something.
やっぱりあれが一番ですよね。ドレスのふわふわな感じが本当に。
それだ。この店のマスターに俺がもらったやつだ。
らしいですね。
Shion replied softly but clearly.
吉郎おじさんが日曜日のイベントを盛り上げてくれたお礼。
Oh my god, dude, she's telling you straight up now she's
お
Mion.
姉が連れてきた友達4人に配ったんだそうです。ドレスの人形はケイちゃんがもらったんですね。どうでしたか？とっても可愛かったでしょ？
As a man, there's no way I'd think it was cute.
じゃあその人形どうしちゃったんですか？
持っててもしょうがないからあげちゃったよ。
To who? As Shion laughed, I could hear an audible click run through my head, like the piece of a jigsaw puzzle snapping into place.
今日はみんな本当にありがとう。おかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだったよ。大したものじゃないけど、これ今日のおだちんに。
あ、吉郎おじさん、私にはないの？おだちん。
Oh god, this is making me feel so bad for Mion.
可愛いのが出てきましたわよ。
This music, too, is just like, oh. When Sadako and Rika-chan open up the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside. And maybe from her side, it's not just Keiichi who doesn't think of her as a girl, but everybody.
わあ、これ可愛い。お持ち帰りしていいの？本当に？
ってことは俺のもかな。なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Sadako was the same, and Rika-chan too? I see. It wasn't just Rena, Sadako, and Rika-chan. There was one other person who seemed jealous.
ケイちゃんには一番似合わないのが出てきちゃったね。
Not wanting for her expression to give it away, she had said that to hide her embarrassment.
なんつうのか、プリティっていうかキュートっていうか、可愛いのは認めるんだが、着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日からあれな趣味の人扱いだね。
Oh, maybe she's talking about herself. Like if she walked around with it, she would look like a weirdo because it's against what she's, presents herself as. Mion's usual teasing way of talking. I looked around to see who I should give the doll to. Mion was right in front of me. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. But I didn't. Oh my gosh. I even noticed that too. I'm like, she looks upset. Turning away from Mion's covetous gaze, I gave the doll to Rena. Mion's smile bore into my back. There was no way I couldn't have noticed. Why did I not give it to Mion? Since Mion was the only one who didn't get anything, wouldn't it have just been standard practice to give it to her? At that time, I noticed that something was wrong. That's why I said it.
保身のためだよ。レナにあげないと夜道が怖い。
違いない違いない。
ミオンにあげようかと思ったけど、ちょっと違うよな。
Something dark flickered briefly in Mion's eyes, but at the time I didn't notice it. That's what she's been upset about. This is what made her cry. Oh, jeez. I thought to give it to Mion. Why didn't I?
へへへへ、分かってるじゃない。私さ、どうして男に生まれなかったのかなって思う時あるよ。
Mion herself had said that with a laugh, so I didn't realize I had hurt her.
そうだな。ミオンってかっこいい系の方が似合うやつだもんな。だからこの店の手伝いはシオンちゃんが来て正解だった。
Man, I feel like an idiot that... I mean, the game was playing with me about this Shion Mion thing, but now it just feels so obvious. Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she'd misheard me.
その制服、ミオンなんかには絶対に似合わないと思うけど、シオンちゃんにはよく似合ってると思うしさ。
それって
Shion, like Rena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. Mion seemed really happy. She seemed happy I complimented Shion, saying that it didn't suit Mion, but that it suited Shion. Saying that it suited her seemed to make her happy.
ミオンの双子の妹なんだよ。性格は違うけど、外見は瓜二つなんだ。
そうそう、外見は似てるけど中身は大違いなんだよ。私は優しくて思慮深いけど、シオンは冷めてておっかない性格なんだよね。
多分生まれた時にミオンの女の子らしい部分はミオンと違って実にはにかんだ笑顔の似合う。
I'm sorry I'm skipping ahead, but I'm so into this right now. I'm like, I want to see what happens. Mion made a strange face that was both angry and happy at the same time. It seemed she was happy that I'd said Shion was cute. Sneaking a look inside the box, to say that she had just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside.
本当にいいのか？これタバスコとかがいっぱい入ってるとか、そういう冗談じゃないのかよ。
もうお姉じゃないんですから、私そんなことしませんよ。別に嫌なら無理しなくても、帰って自分で食べちゃいますから。
I'm not my sister. That was how she said it. Shion was insistent she wasn't Mion. She was saying that she was Shion and that I shouldn't think of her as Mion. When Mion was Shion, it carried a special meaning.
みーちゃんって不思議でしょ？女の子なんだけど男の子みたいっていうか。
Oh, it just feels like it's all clicking right now. That's what Rena said.
でもね、そんなみーちゃんも本当はすっごく女の子らしいんだよ。
レナ、お前ミオンにいくらもらったんだよ。
違うの。もうちゃんとした話をしてるんだよ。
And Keiji just played it off. Rena began to pout. Now probably wasn't the time to joke around.
みーちゃんは部活の部長さんだからみんなのリーダーとして頑張ってるけど、本当はとっても可愛い女の子なんだよ。それ特に圭一くんには忘れてほしくないの。
There never was a riddle to begin with. Rena was saying the answer right from the beginning, and now I feel dumb that I didn't make that connection. Oh, man.
それでもう私何が何だか。
Oh.
ケイちゃんに悪気がなかったのは分かってる。分かってるつもり。
うん。圭一くんは人を傷つけるような人じゃないよ。だからみーちゃんが痛みを覚える必要なんか全然ないんだよ。
じゃあ何なんだろうね。
It's weird to hear her so just not her usual cheerful
悔し
self.
いのか、それとも悲しいのか、全然分かんなくて。
欲しかった。
Oh, sorry, I skipped again.
あのお人形。
Aww.
レナがもらったのをあげても何にも解決にならないもんね。
そうだね。
じゃあみーちゃん。
See, this is the thing, it's that whole thing about, it's just like, if you leave things unsaid, you don't tell people how you feel, sometimes people can just, like, not see the signs. Like, I certainly didn't see these signs, and sometimes I can be a little bit pig-headed, I guess, too. is sometimes you just have to be upfront with people. Just let them know how you're feeling. Because how can they make things right if they don't know?
ケイチ君におねだりしてごらんよ。正面からぶつかってみた方が結構解決できるかもしれないよ。
そんなのできるわけないじゃない。
今さら恥ずかしくてできない？
ミオンじゃない私で
Aww.
もう一回やり直したい。そうしたら今度はもっと素直になりたい。ミオンとしてのケイちゃんとの関係はとても気に入ってるよ。わがままだと知ってるけど、もう一回。
Man, I gotta say, even like not being able to understand Japanese, I can tell the voice acting, especially here, is really good.
きっと気づいてくれるよ。
There's so much emotion to it.
そうかな。
レナも応援するから、みーちゃんの悲しみが軽くなる方法を探してみようよ。私を信じて、みーちゃんを泣かせたりなんか絶対にさせないから。
Rena's like, if he makes you cry, I will kill him.
信じる。信じる。
きっとケイチ君はみーちゃんのことも分かってくれるよ。それでね、無神経なことを言ってごめんねって言って、
Oh my gosh.
あのお店にみーちゃんを連れて行って、
Keiichi, please buy the doll. I feel like your life depends on it.
そうしたらみーちゃんもありがとうって言うんだよ。茶化しちゃダメだよ。素直に言うんだからね。
So Keiichi knows, so he's gotta do it.
って言ったら、ケイちゃん買ってくれます？
Mion said it quietly, doing her best to quell her embarrassment. Now he's calling her Mion, he knows. I would have reflexively began to lightly tease her to hide my embarrassment. But like Mion, I quelled that impulse.
いいよ、ミオン。今日までのお礼ってことで、
Aww.
どれでも買ってやるよ。
My voice cracked with the unfamiliar words. In order to not lose to Mion trying her best, I tried my best as well.
だから私、ミオンじゃなくてシオン。
Is it bad? I just want him to kiss her right now. Like, I know bad things are gonna happen, but I really like them together.
じゃあシオンに買ってやるよ。
Shion looked down, red-faced. She pointed at the doll in the dress through the store window.
本当にいいんですか？あのドレスのだけはちょっぴり高いんですよ。
値段の問題じゃないだろう。気持ちの問題だよ。
私、今日はケイちゃんに嫌なお客さんから助けてもらえて本当に嬉しかったです。先輩たちもみんな助けてくれなかったのに、ケイちゃんだけは助けてくれました。
I know what Higurashi is. I know this is gonna go badly, but can I just hope for one chapter where this can just be good? It can just be happy?
私の肩をグイって引っ張ってくれましたよね。あの時すごくかっこよかったです。
Until you got the shit beat out of you.
なのに私恥ずかしくってちゃんとしたお礼もできなくって。
I clamped my hand down on Shion's head and ruffled her hair roughly, like how I would do to Rena and the others. When I did that, Shion, like Rena, would have spaced out and blushed slightly.
そんな難しいのは抜きでいいよ。あの時あげてればよかったんだ。そうすればみんな楽しく笑ってられたんだ。
Shion didn't respond. She had turned bright red, like she was trying to hold back both laughter and tears.
今買ってくれよ。そこで待ってろよ。
私も一緒に行きます。
Saying that, she grabbed onto my arm once again. She wasn't trying to be stoic anymore.
お姉がどうしてケイちゃんのことを好きなのか、
Aww.
私よく分かった気がします。ねえ、ケイちゃんのことちょっぴり好きになってもいい
Aww.
ですか？
The unfamiliar situation made my head start to spin. Whoa, what am I doing? I had reached my limit. Smiling wryly to hide my embarrassment, I dragged Shion into the store with me. Oh, I thought when he said he couldn't hold back, I thought he was gonna give her a kiss. Not gonna lie.
すみません。表のショーウィンドウにあるドレスの人形が欲しいんですけど。
After a moment, I heard a voice of acknowledgement, and an apron-clad employee soon appeared. Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! The game got me again! Damn it! No! Ah! I thought I had figured things out. No! Ah. God damn it, I was so sure that time. Oh my god. Even if you ask why, I'd like to know the answer myself. Neon looked at me with an expression of confusion and surprise. But that was the same with me. She was there, then who was next to me? Oh my god. And I guess the game also told me right from the beginning what was true. She did say she was Shion. Oh, game played me. Shion saying that pouted cutely. That's what I would like to know too. Oh my god, Shion?
そしたらケイちゃん、私が嫌なお客さんに絡まれているところに颯爽と現れて。
Wow, she's being a little bitchy. She's basically just shoving it in Mion's face. She knew Mion liked Keiichi, and then I have to believe that Shion, despite telling him constantly, like, I'm not my sister, she probably had some kind of idea that Keiichi didn't believe her, and she manipulated him a little bit, maybe to make him think that she was Mion, and then he's like kind of expressing his feelings. Oh my god. She's just dragging him right in and be like, she came into the store on purpose, being like, can you buy me this toy that my sister wanted? And then just shoving her face like, yeah, I'm with Keiichi, the guy that you like right now. Both Mion and I raised our voices pathetically, expressing our confusion to the utmost.
電話をくれたろ昨日さ
しないよ私何のことか全然わかんない
私ケイちゃんのためにお弁当を届けてあげたよねあれは私だもんねそれともあれ
Oh my god, this game
園崎ミヨンともあろうお方が手作り弁当を作って男の子の家に海外しく届けに行ったとへえ With
a loud pop, a trail of smoke began to rise from Mion's head. I don't know either. Like, I'm caught between two sisters right now. This is bad.
ほらね、ケイちゃん。お姉は知らないって。だから昨日までのは全部私、園崎シオンなの。私のふりをしたお姉かもしれないって思ってたかもしれないけど。
Oh my gosh.
これで疑いは晴れたでしょ
I couldn't tell up from down at that moment. If there was a mirror around, I could have seen my eyes go wide from the shock.
さあ、店員さん。表のショーケースの人形、包んでくださいね。大好きになった人からの初めてのプレゼントだから。
Oh my god!
ちゃんとリボン付きで
Wow.
してほしいです。
Wow. Mion, completely flustered, was being cornered by a sly-faced Shion. My brain had stopped working.
そんな。
Oh no, there's the cicadas in the background. So it's bad. This is bad. Maybe when Mion said that my sister is a cold person, maybe this is what she was talking about. She is sly. Wow.
じゃあ行こう。ケイちゃん、もう暗くなってきたから、お家まで送ってあげるね。おねえ、悪いけど沖宮の家に電話して車を回すように言ってもらえる？自転車も積めるように。 ワゴンか何かで来てほしいって伝えてね。
In contrast to Shion, who had glee written all over her face, Mion was an empty shell and looked like she could burst into tears at any moment. Oh god. Oh, this is an awkward conversation I'm gonna have with her at school. Oh no. After that, Mion's grumblings were unrelenting. This did not make it better. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is my brain just exploded. What is happening?